series that all of us have been waiting for. Deep has been part of it. I talked to him about the intensity. Starts with the pink ball, then Boxing Day, and now 30,000 people at the MCG. Full house at the SCG. Can't be better. I mean, somebody told us at the start of the year, we'll have a full house test series at the end of the year. We said, come on. But the world is coming back.
It is. And listen, Boria is sitting next to the Australian white ball t-shirt, which is draw 3-3, the white ball series. Now we are here. We are for the test series now, and that's going to be another interesting one. And especially with the side games and the fact that Pujara is scoring runs, Ajinkya is scoring runs, the bowlers are looking good. This is slated to be a really going to be a humbling winner.
Let me ask you, how important is Warner not being there for India?
Huge. One of the reasons last season or last series that India won, they had the whole bowling attack. They had Cummins, they had everyone, Stark and everyone. The reason was they weren't scoring enough runs because obviously Warner wasn't there, Steve Smith wasn't there, and again, you only got 50% back, which is Smith back, and you don't have Warner back. So that's going to be huge. Warner not being there. And as an opener, it's not just about Warner getting runs, it's about how he gets runs. You know, he can be so destructive and he can be psychologically so devastating for an opposition. So if him not being there, somebody else might make runs. But the way he gets runs is so terrible for the opposition. So him not being there, I think is a huge positive for India.
And given the fact that Virat's going to come back after one test, will he want to make Adelaide his own extra incentive?
And see, Adelaide, he's got phenomenal numbers in Adelaide, right? So obviously Adelaide is his, but things will be a lot tougher because it's a day and night test and the ball's going to move around. Australia hasn't lost a single paintball test. So yeah, things are stacked against India and it's not going to be easy for Virat. But see, one thing we know about geniuses and greats are that it's all about in the mind. It's not about what they do physically with the strokes that they play, it's about their mind. And as far as mind is concerned, Virat is as strong as anyone else.
The bowling, Bumrah, Shami, and now fairly sure that it will be Umesh and no Jadeja. So Ashwin, that's your attack?
Yes, I wouldn't mind looking at maybe another bowling option, which is going to be difficult, but Vihari being there will be your fifth bowling option. He'll come and bowl a few of those off-spin overs. But yeah, bowling-wise, Bumrah, Shami, brilliant. They've been absolutely phenomenal last 2 years in Test match cricket across all formats, but especially Test match cricket. Umesh, he's in good nick. He picked up 3 wickets in the first side game as well. But what would be interesting to see is the lengths. What they have kind of been struggling is finding the right length to bowl in the white ball format as well. And this would be a little more difficult as compared to the white ball. Now they've got to bowl a little fuller. But the break from the T20 series for Bumrah, that should have helped. Obviously the side game, the pink ball side game, that would help as well. But yeah, I mean, listen, if Shami and Bumrah are there, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Quickly, Boria, you would agree. The issue in Australia is scoring runs, right? And that's where I think the onus would be on the batsman.
That was my next question to you, that if we see the side games, I mean, Prithvi Shaw, even if he got 40 in the pink ball side game, I watched that innings, it was tricky several times through the slip score. Shubman looked more reassured to me in that game.
Yeah.
So who do you open with? Mayank didn't score. So who do you open with? Rahul didn't play, so clearly he's not in the scheme of things. So if that is the case, who are your two openers in that game?
Well, I'm going to go with the openers that opened in the last Test series against New Zealand. I know it's been 10 months ago, but I'm going to still back them because both of them got 50s in the 2 Test matches, 4 innings. Both of them got a 50. So I'm going to back them at least for the first couple of Test matches, which would be obviously Prithvi Shaw and Mayank Agarwal. So I'm going to back those two for the first couple of Test matches. Give them some confidence because it's not just about this series. These are the guys who've got good 7, 8, 10 years of international cricket left in them. So you also want to build that pair up, build those players up, give them confidence. And the only way you can give them confidence is to make them play.
Last 2 questions. One, while we keep talking up Virat, and trust me, he's the greatest of the current generation, but it was Pujara. It was Pujara who did the job in 2017-18. I mean, and You remember Hazelwood's comment that at night we will think that this guy will still come and bat against you tomorrow. So it is Pujara who's the important cog at that number 3 position.
Absolutely. I mean, number 3 position anyways is so important, Boria. I mean, and on top of that, Pujara. And again, Pujara, like one of the way he bats in Test match cricket, he just wears the opposition down. It's not just only about him scoring runs, which he did in the last series, done loads of them. But the fact that he would wear the opposition down, he would have come in and keep bowling at him, he's gonna, and it's like old school Test match cricket. And that's what he does, and that affects, and that helps the other batters. You know, whoever's batting with him, because the opposition gets tired, the bowlers get tired, and then, you know, it is a win-win situation for everyone. But Pujara, that way is very, very important. Him scoring runs and him playing the way he plays.
Last one. You know, from having seen that, the one difference to me, Manas Labuschagne has come of age.
Yeah.
Steve Smith. What should be India's plan? Sachin says 5th stump. Michael Clark tells me that first 20 balls you've got to do everything. Put in slips, put in closing, get him out. Do something. What do you think India should do?
See, I think they have to be disciplined. I mean, what I've followed during the Ashes and with Steve Smith a little longer is he wants the bowlers to bowl at the stumps. That's his strength. You can try once in a while trying to bluff him, but again that 4th, 5th stump and be disciplined there. I've seen, for example, England. They will do that for 10 overs, then move to plan B, then C and D. For me, just stick there. Stick there for as long as possible. Just be disciplined, hold that channel 4th, 5th stump, because his strength is again onside. And he wants you to bowl at the stump so he can open up the onside field. Don't let him do that. He can play the cover drive. England Lords, Andre Daddy God played beautiful cover drives there. But it's not the shot that he would want to play ideally. That is his plan B. So make him go to his plan B. You don't change your plan A for as long as possible.
You know, he and I would love to be in Australia at this point. Go to Bouger Street, have that meal in Adelaide. Go to the tavernas for that Boxing Day breakfast. Go to our favorite either Masala Theory or Maya in Sydney and close it out in Brisbane. But we'll keep doing these things for you on Sports Today, giving us that sense as to what life is all about. Most importantly, this is the series. India v Australia, December, Boxing Day before that, the Pink Test. Now, as Saurav Ganguly says, you want to perform in this series. The milestone series is what the BCCI president calls it. He says the Pink Test, the Boxing Day Test, the New Year Test, that's where legacies are built. Absolutely. We will keep building all of this for you on Sports Today. Deep and I will keep coming back to this museum. So more from us. Keep watching.